right here. I'm Mike Simpson, best man tonight, been buds with this guy here, Brent Richfield, for a long time now. It's been a while since I've done this, so I decided to go to the World Wide Web and see if I could find out a thing or two about best man speeches, especially the intro. So I've learned that you start with a funny joke, maybe a good story, be vulnerable, show some gratitude. All these things were good ideas, but I had an idea of my own, and that was to start off with a toast. A double toast has never been a bad idea, especially with this crew. A double shot of Jack and Coke, or a double Jack and Sprite. And last time I was in the indication, and I think that another toast would be well in order. So with that, to Brent and Trisha Richfield. Cheers. When Brent asked me to stand, I was like, my first thought was, of course, one of gratitude and humility. This guy who has no enemies, has never met a stranger, and is a loyal friend to more people than anyone I know. Then I thought, how am I going to consolidate the adventures of Brent Richfield into just a few minutes? His life up to now could be an adventure novel. From his ranger days at Yellowstone, to his kayaking and fly fishing duties in the White River in Arkansas, to survival of negative 20-degree temps in a log cabin on the side of a mountain, heated only by a wood-burning stove, and I'm not even sure what state. The list goes on and on and on. And now, back to the suburbs of KC. The Brent Richfield biographical movie might include excerpts from Tin Cup, with a touch of Huckleberry Finn, mix in some Grizzly Adams documentary footage, and top it off with a little John Wayne pepper too. Ask him to do his impression, it's fantastic. Would you like to do it now?
No.
Brent was a new kid in town in East Summit a long time ago. We were 15 or 16, I think, our sophomore year. We hung around in larger groups, but I'd say we were more like casual friends, really. We became closer after college and were roommates for a couple of years while trying to figure out our place in life. We were involved in our share of shenanigans, enjoyed countless laughs together, and created some unforgettable memories. I won't go into the do you remember the time stories, but there's plenty of material to reminisce. If you know Brent, you'll undoubtedly appreciate and admire his versatility. He might be up for a fly by the seat of your pants wild night, though I'm pretty sure most of those days are behind him now. Or, probably more his speed, maybe it's a relaxing evening by a campfire, of which he undoubtedly chopped and gathered the wood with his headlamp strapped on him, explaining the North Park star location and faraway galaxies to all, while still making sure that everyone is comfortable doing it. Or maybe it's a deep discussion over dinner, dissecting the true meaning of life. Faith, kids, aspirations, careers, relationships, it's all fair game. Brent is about as selfless and patient as they come. I've experienced it personally, setting me up time after time to fly fishing pole and explaining the art of casting, mending, and recasting, or something like that. Offering intricate golf swing instruction when I barely have enough patience to last 18 holes, or planning and managing a camping trip with every last detail thought out while I remain alone for the ride. Nobody has a bigger heart than Brent, always willing to lend a hand, an ear, or some timely and genuine encouragement or advice. Some would call it a delicate tulip side, sorry, I had to put that in there, also determined and convicted in his ways. Personal accolades aside, we all know that today is about more than just Brent. So if you're not aware, the very much consolidated story of Richfields goes something like this. They met while both attending college at SMX, as it was known back then, Missouri State, now for the under 40 crowd. They were friends, they were more than friends, they were maybe something in between. They were friends, they lost touch. Fast forward 20 or so years, Brent was here in town from Colorado at my house, with several longtime buddies to celebrate his birthday. We gathered for a group picture, which my wife, Jill, of course, posted on Facebook. Sometime after, Trisha apparently viewed this post and delivered a comment, a like, a heart, or some type of emoji, I'm not sure which one, maybe all of them. By this time, Brent was back in Colorado. He, Jill, and I would occasionally check in for an update to find out how things are going. How's Simp? The job? Any new stories? Any new prospects? During this particular call, he updated us with the news that there was a new prospect. He told us about the recent communication with this girl that he kind of dated in college, but he fumbled the ball, as he puts it. He raved about Trisha in every way, of course. Now was his second chance, and he wasn't going to let her get away. After a return message and or emoji was reciprocated to Trisha, things progressed quickly, and it was on. Flights to and from Colorado and KC ensued, reacquainting with each other. Dates, dinners, concerts, all the exciting stuff. Their compatibility was obvious, but they lived so far from each other and specific circumstances needed to be ironed out. One of the most admirable things about the story is the fact that they were tested from the beginning. Tough challenges were met head-on and overcome, while difficult decisions were explored and made together, only proving the character of the relationship to handle it with grace. Brent then picked up and moved his life back to KC to be with his woman, where things got more serious and long-term plans were discussed. The writing was on the wall, and we all knew that today was just a matter of time. There's no other couple that Jill and I cherish our time with more than the Critchfields. In only a few short years, we've already experienced many adventures together. Getting to know Tricia personally and the two of them as a couple, we've had the opportunity to learn firsthand why Brent adores her. Confident, beautiful, both inside and out, non-judgmental, fun-loving, encouraging, thoughtful, and her open arms to Brent and Sam. With Sam now and little Emma, the family is complete. A dream come true for both of them, I know. So with that said, the second of the double cheers to the Critchfields. Brent, Tricia, Sam, and Emma, and to the many generations to come, the friends and family.